Hello everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're very well. My name is Diane and this is Madam Butterfly Tarot, and this is a quick daily pick a card for Tuesday the 30th of May, but obviously it's timeless, you know. So pile number 1 is the red jasper, pile number 2 is the blue apatite, and pile number 3 is the moonstone. So I will just give you a second to choose your pile, and obviously if you want more time, you know, you can pause the video if you want. Okay, so I'm going to move that out of the way. So that's pile number 3, pile number 2, okay, and pile number 1, the red jasper. Okay, so pile number 1, you guys have, you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. I really wanted to say the Ace of Wands here, so there's something coming in. It's something to do with like very passionate, okay? Something that's going to be very passionate. You have first light, beginning a new cycle. So whatever this offer is, someone's going to be reaching out to you to start a new cycle with you and to strengthen bonds. And you have courtship. Okay, this is a date. Someone is going to be asking you out on a date. So this is someone new, I would say, because it's like they want to strengthen bonds, they want to reach out and get to know you. So this person, you know, some of you will know who I'm talking about. I think you've been waiting for this person to ask you out or contact you. Some of you don't know this person yet, but I feel like you're going to get courted, like properly courted. This is someone who they want to get to know you. That's what keeps coming through. So maybe you don't know this person very well, but they want to get to know you more. I think they do kind of adore you already though. Because see how they're kind of, it's like they put you up on a pedestal a little bit here, right? And here, see how the guy's kind of looking at her like, oh, she's so pretty. And see how in both cards, see how she's looking away? You see what I mean? So I don't know if you're a little, I don't know, are you shy? Pile number 1, you're like a little, are you a little coy? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Maybe they're worried. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is someone who's worried that you have other options, or they're worried, you know, they've maybe misread the situation or something, because like I think they see you as someone that gets a lot of attention. You know what I mean? Like you would have a lot of suitors. They do put you up on a pedestal. Okay? They do, yeah, they kind of adore you. They do. I think there's something quite, like particularly, you know, for the women watching, I think you're quite feminine, or there's something about you that you're very like, yeah, you're quite delicate or something, or you're quite like, I don't know, ethereal, or you're quite dreamy or something. They like that. I don't know, that's what's coming through. But someone is going to be contacting you, reaching out to ask you out on a date so they can get to know you better, okay? And this is going to be beginning a new cycle for you, because with the Three of Pentacles as well, that's about wanting to build something solid. You know, these are pentacles that you have here. So this is, I did want to say the Ace of Wands as well though, so I think it's going to be very passionate, like this person has a lot of passion for you, but you have pentacles here, so it's someone that wants to build something very stable with you. They could be an earth sign, or they could have that somewhere in their chart, because you have a lot of earthy things going on here, like lower chakra stuff. So that's exciting. Pile number 1, that is your message. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. Pile number 2, you have the blue apatite. So you guys have the Hermit, which in this deck is called Seek. You have the Mystic Healer, healing energy flows through you. You have In the Flow, everything is smooth sailing. Oh, look at that. See how she's got her arms open in both cards? Okay, there's something here about those of you who have chosen this pile. I think you've maybe been in hermit mode, or you've done a lot of inner work. Okay, whether or not you've been in hermit mode or not, you've been doing a lot of inner work. You have reached, I think a lot of you have been through a hermit phase because you've reached some kind of ending, you know, like you've reached some kind of goal. Like see with the little owl here, you know, you've reached some kind of level of wisdom and knowledge that you were supposed to get to, like this hermit, if I can pick it up. You know, because the hermit is all about spiritual knowledge, wisdom, you know, retreating from the world so you can get the knowledge you were supposed to have, which is something that it's turned you into this mystic healer. So you're supposed to be, you're exactly where you're supposed to be now. And because you're very much in the flow, right? Sorry, you can't see those. You're very much in the flow because you've got into like this place of like, it's like a high vibration of kind of acceptance, right? You're not pushing for things. Like with the blue apatite, I do feel you're manifesting things, but you're not pushing it. You're not fighting it anymore. You're not at that point where you're like, why is it not here now? I want it today. Like, why is it, you know, just, we've all been there, right? But just like, you know, you're not fighting it. So I think you're very, see how the arms are open? It's like you're just very open to what the universe is now trying to give you. Like you're in this state of flow where it's very easy for the universe to bring you things, you know? That's what's about to happen for you, because I think you've been through your hermit phase, you didn't fight it, you learned what you had to learn, you've become this like healer. And now yeah, see, that's the thing, when you're open to the universe's plans, it's much easier for them to bring you things. You know what I mean? If you're not worried about like when it comes or how it comes, and you're just like, okay, I'm manifesting this thing, I'm just going to leave it up to the universe to bring it to me. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of none of your business how it gets there. That's how I think of it, right? It's like, well, the universe knows better than me how to do it, so I'm just going to manifest it and let them bring it to me. So I feel like that's what you're doing, and because of that, your blessings are coming in, whatever this is oh, I see what you've manifested, hold on. So you have the journey here, number 10. See, I think you've come to the end of some kind of spiritual journey. Obviously your spiritual journey never ends, right? But the hermit phase ends. See, I think you've been through your hermit phase and now you're coming to the end of that journey, and it's like time for you to kind of, you know, open the door to your house and go back out into the world again, right? And this is what's coming. You have change and you have marriage. So this, I think, is what you are manifesting. Some of you are trying to move house, maybe. Like you maybe want to move from the place that you're in. That's going to be happening for you. And I see a partnership here. And I do feel like for those of you... sorry, I'm squirming around here. Sit still, die. Like for those of you who are manifesting marriage or like a partnership, like a love partnership, there's someone coming in for you. Okay, like it's coming. I think you've dissolved all the blocks that were stopping love coming in. You're in the flow and here they come. You see how that bird is like, that's what I was looking at there. You see, like that bird, they're like this person, whoever they are, whether you've met them or not, they're basically getting ready to land. It's like they're circling you, this person, and they're getting ready to land. Like, you know what I mean? If you're not looking for love, this is some kind of business partnership or friends as well, it could be. So that is your message, pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. And pile number 3, you guys were the moonstone. So you guys have the moon, confront. You have wandering path, enjoy the journey. You have thoughts. You have child. You have despair. And you have coffin. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and say this might be a bit of a triggering pile for some of you. So if you're in a place like maybe you're at work or it's in the morning when you're having your coffee or something, maybe you want to leave this for later, okay? Okay. The moon card here, this is about confronting your shadow side, okay? Like the moon card is about confronting your shadow side, repressed emotions, things that you've been blocking out, things about yourself that you don't want to look at, okay? And for a lot of you that picked this pile, this has been about healing your inner child. There's been something, because that even looks like a child, you see? And then you have child here. There's something here about your past, like your childhood, that you were healing, okay? And it's been, you have this thoughts here. I think this pile, you're overthinkers, okay? And one of the reasons for that is because I think you had some kind of trauma in your childhood, okay? Now that could be anything that's made you like this, you know, because when you have some kind of trauma in your childhood, you know, you might be an empath, which is funny. I just did a video on this yesterday on my other channel if you want to check it out. It's called Empaths and the Trauma Response. It's on my channel, How to Train Your Caterpillar. The link is below if you want to watch it. But yeah, like if you know, is this like the overthinking is like anxiety, right? Like, oh, this is going to go wrong. I have to control this because it's going to go wrong. You know, what if this person doesn't like me? Like, what if this happens? Like, what if that happens? Blah, 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 blah. It's a sign of trauma, right? Because things have gone wrong for you in the past kind of thing. So you may even be a bit of an overthinker, but I think this is something that you've confronted quite recently, and you have this wandering path. Enjoy the journey. See, I think you're someone who you may have, see as well, the moon is kind of about being in the dark, right? It's like you're kind of having to find your way by the moonlight, by your intuition. So that may be what's been going on for you a lot recently. Like you're not entirely sure where you're going or what's happening, and you've just kind of had to surrender to spirit. And you may hate that because you might have a little bit of control issues, right? Which I'm not throwing shade. I've been through this myself, that's why I know what I'm talking about, okay? You might have a little bit of control issues related to like past trauma. Because if you have past trauma, it's like very, you want to be able to control what's going to happen in the future so you can prepare for it, because you're almost expecting bad things to happen, okay? So it's almost like you've kind of had to give in to this, and it's kind of triggered you to heal this, to heal your inner child, okay? I'm not going to talk about that anymore because I think that's, I don't want to go into, I don't want to trigger people too much, you know? But I think that's what's happened to you, okay? So if you're in this phase at the moment where you're like, I don't know what the hell is going on, I don't know where I'm going, I feel like I keep asking for help and nothing happens, and you've been doing your inner child work recently, that's why they had you go on this meandering path. It's been to trigger you into doing this healing work, okay? You also have coffin and you have despair. See, I think those of you that chose this pile, maybe you've always suffered from a little bit of depression, right? And it's come from something that happened in your childhood. That's why you've had to do this inner child healing. Okay, so if you are someone that has always suffered from depression, this wandering path that they've had you on has actually been to make you do the shadow work to get rid of the depression. Okay, so you're probably still doing a little bit of the shadow work, but most of it should be done by now, and you're going to notice that the depression that you have is less and less, okay? So, but obviously I just want to add here, like, I'm not a physician, obviously I have no medical training. Like, if the doctor has put you on some kind of medicine for depression, by no means like should you go off that without you know, medical advice, okay? I'm just saying that, you know, if you are someone, if this sounds applicable to you, you're probably going to notice that the depression, the days of depression that you have are less and less and less, okay? Because you've done this shadow work. So that's your message, pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. Take care.